Now, into the ticket office of Disneyland.
Oh boy, let's do this.
Don't think the CIA is going to be trying to hack your second-gen iPod.
I didn't think so. There might have been a lot of illegal music on there. I wouldn't doubt it. But, I mean...
You were supposed to bring death to the flagships, not join them.
That's a pill with two screens and it's open and you gotta swallow it.
iTunes is a constant source of embarrassment.
Behind-the-scenes camera crap.
Here, tell us about courage, Phil. Tell us about courage.
I am Nadella. I can't do it anymore without laughing. I was going to do the whole thing.
Listener, welcome to the Calling All Platforms podcast. I'm your host today, Caleb, and I'm here all alone on the deserted island of tech news leading up to the holidays. Wes and Landon have absolutely no news of note this week, which is fair, and they've both been living in sick houses, which is also seasonally appropriate. Thus, I alone have shown up in your notifications to report on the single noteworthy thing in the tech sphere this week. Maybe that's unfair. Landon, like the good audio engineer he is editing this for quality and posting it for your enjoyment. Go ahead and say hi, Landon.
Hi, Landon.
I have no idea what, if any, audio Landon elected to insert just there. If it was a fart sound, I want to be absolutely clear that's not my fault, despite the fact that I wrote that joke just there and thus planted the idea in his head when he listens back to this audio later. All of which happened before you heard it, of course, because temporal mechanics.
Don't worry. That's not going to be put in there. Sorry.
Anyway, you may be wondering what piece of tech news could possibly be worth my staying out on the tundra of winter tech announcements alone in the face of the cold dark night of the butt end of the year. Was it about how Elon Musk has started arbitrarily banning every reporter who reports on the things that he says from Twitter, fueling yet another massive exodus from the platform? Or perhaps is it how Apple is evidently rumored to be preparing iOS for sideloaded third-party app stores with the launch of iOS 17? Absolutely not. It's that AMD launched their new RDNA 3 graphics cards this past week, and, as promised, I'm here to tell you whether or not they make the RTX 4080 look like an overpriced sheet of glass. Which, I mean, it's not like the 4080 needed any help from me on that. The long and short of it is that AMD has produced promising competitors in the space, handily disproving NVIDIA's supposition that Moore's Law is dead and large generational leaps in performance are only possible at great expense in both power budget and literal budget. But as with anything, the new cards are not without flaws. Many reviews of the new Radeon RX 7900 XT and 7900 XTX were very positive regarding the new cards, praising their rasterized performance at 1440p and 4K resolutions in a variety of top-tier AAA games. In the majority of titles, the 7900 XTX handily outperformed the RTX 4080 despite costing significantly less and requiring much less power, while the 7900 XT performed an average of 10 to 15% less, trading blows quite handily with the price-competitive, at least for the moment, RTX 3090. Reviewers were pleased with the large 20 to 24 gig memory pools for the 7900 XT and 7900 XTX respectively, while they spoke highly of the performance of AMD's chiplet architecture, the first of its kind in a modern GPU, which helps enable better efficiency in both power draw and heat output than the competition. Of course, the new GPUs are hardly perfect, with reviewers also noting various driver issues that tend to endemically plague AMD graphics cards at launch, noting as well that RDNA 3 does nothing to reclaim the GPU productivity benchmark wins that AMD surrendered with the retirement of the Vega architecture back in 2019. NVIDIA continues to be the king of encoding, though there is some hope that as the AV1 media codec gains traction, that might equalize AMD's offering somewhat. And there's certainly no denying that while AMD has improved drastically in their ray tracing performance, almost doubling the frame rates of their previous generation cards in some cases, they are still nowhere close to the performance NVIDIA can claim with cards like the 4080 and 4090, or even last-gen powerhouses like the 3090 or 3090 Ti, both of which are available on the used market for at or even significantly below the $900 to $1,000 MSRP of AMD's new flagships. But in general, reviewers were optimistic. There's a hope that much as they did with their 6000 series RDNA 2 GPUs, AMD will be able to continue to add performance to these new cards over time through consistent driver optimization. That does mean that you might be able to buy a 4080 class GPU from AMD right now for less than $1,000 and wind up with something closer to a 4090 class GPU in 2 years. But of course, that's a hope, and you shouldn't buy a product based on the promises of future performance. Though, honestly, given NVIDIA's whole deal right now, maybe you should. So there you have it, the final major launch of 2022. It's been a hectic and sometimes baffling year in tech, yet again, but we hope we've been at least somewhat helpful at demystifying it for you. We'll be back next year with some wish lists for 2023, and then it's straight into the fire hose of CES and other winter trade shows. But until then, listener, enjoy these last few weeks of the tech desert. And from all of us here at Calling All Platforms, have a safe and happy holiday season.
See ya.
Calling All Platforms is a production of Supporter Sound Studios. To learn more about how you can support the podcast, go to www.patreon.com/callingallplatforms.